Obviously, responding officers didn't know who the shooters were, how many, where they were at, and other details. Officers had to separate those present who were providing medical assistance while also trying to move other people out of the crime scene so evidence was not compromised. Many witnesses were uncooperative, and unfortunately, someone chose to take critical evidence from that scene. Officers were able to secure the scene and get the victims additional medical assistance. We ultimately found one person deceased and 5 injured and determined it was a confrontation between an armed resident of the area and armed protesters. We've released the name of the armed resident this morning, as well as an appeal to bring back the evidence that was taken. Our investigators continue to work this case, but once again, the district attorney's office is in charge of the investigation.
This question is for the mayor. You want to go back to something you said about the way information is released. You said, you acknowledge us coming out on Twitter and stress the importance of accurate information getting out. In this case, the furry community identified the shooter before the city. I'm curious about the thought process a little, since this is a consistent problem with the city. If information is getting leaked anyway, is 3 days of essentially official silence better than the city at least addressing the information that is out there, even if it's a little sooner than you would prefer?
That's an excellent question, first of all. And that is something we weigh. I participate in many communications meetings after these events. And you have to, on one hand, address the fact that we live in a social media world and people expect their information to be nearly instantaneous. And I can just say personally, I noted that there were people who were eyewitnesses on the scene saying things on social media about what they thought they saw. But if they don't come forward to the Portland Police Bureau, or if they don't provide a statement, or if they don't call Crime Stoppers, it is social media speculation. While I understand that people want information now, the fact of the matter is what we could have provided that night is probably turning over Twitter feeds and saying, here's what people are saying on Twitter who say they were there. I'm not sure how us engaging in that kind of speculation in the early hours after an incident like this is helpful or productive. And ultimately, it might be misleading to the community in terms of what actually happened.